Hey, everybody. Welcome to Making Connections. This is your girl, Allie. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Um, y'all saw the flyers going forth about different activities. Just want to remind you that it's football season. And so, if you're looking for a place to go on Sundays and watch football, you can always meet Mr. Excitement out at Sound Check. Um, they are at 2600 Clemson Avenue there in Charlotte. I think the doors open at 12. Activity food usually starts around 1 p.m. So that's a good place to check out and go meet Mr. Excitement. He's always doing something in the neighborhood. If you need him to host something, DJ something, that is your guy. Couple other things we'll probably talk about within the video, making connections, trying to partner with a few organizations, Stanley Avengers and Hope for All. Hope for All does have a gala coming up in December. So we'll be talking about that, giving more details as things come up. But today is the food show review with Two Trey Trejo. What's up, Edgar?
Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Hope
Good.
everybody's here and hungry.
Listen, even when I don't come hungry, by the end of the show, I'm hungry. So, mm-mm. Let me eat a little something. But I'm excited. I know that this
Maybe
month is what is this month?
this month is September month, Hispanic History, Heritage slash. So we're gonna stick it with the Hispanic theme.
Yes, I'm excited about that. But Edgar, just so you know, we can follow protocol in case somebody's first time tuning in. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Protocol. So I'm a traveler. I travel a lot for work, and I stop by and tour these lovely, lovely restaurants. Sometimes lovely. I'm very honest, and I've been enjoying reviewing them. I like giving my note takes on them. I help some of the restaurants, especially mom and pop, with the connections I have with the IT side. Especially after COVID, everything's order online. If you don't have an app, you pretty much didn't survive, which was a big deal. And then my food history, it was working on multiple grills, being head cooks and some sous chefs and etc. Obviously, for legal purposes, we can't say names. But I've done um, pretty much anything back in the kitchen, from washing dishes to prep to full on sous chef. So I enjoy food, and I am good at criticizing food, as you can see with my chubby cheeks. So
Listen, the only thing I did in the kitchen was slip and slide because the floors would be wet. But I did
uh,
work in a couple restaurants. It was fun serving, but I was not on the grill.
and talking about food and doing this, I have been getting a little bit criticizing in some of the videos we've been doing, and apparently we may have more fans if we were the ones eating the food as we were reviewing them.
Mm.
So that may be something coming down next year, which is around the corner. As I finish up my years, every month I'll do a specific theme, and this theme will be Hispanic, like I said earlier. Couple ones were food related for the food shelters. Other ones were barbecues. Others were just a handful of food halls, and basically, I try to keep with the theme of the month. So when football started, barbecues, cookouts. When we didn't have a theme, I went and did the where you can you find help, for resources, both for you to donate food or get help if you need food donated to you. You can reach me at Trejo on Instagram, or my email, which will be posting throughout the video. So that's me.
All right. So, what do you have for us this month?
This month, considering a Spanish Cultural Month, I thought we'd decide and discuss the term Tex Mex.
Okay.
So, for all of our viewing viewers, let's go ahead and get the slides going.
Tex Mix. I've heard that, but I never really thought about what the meaning is behind it. So I'm glad you brought
There,
it.
Right? There's I'm a big old history buff as well. I don't just have the glasses for show. I do like to read, even though sometimes my spelling goes the other way. There's my logo and there's my Instagram hashtag. If you can go ahead and scan that, follow me. I promise you, I take criticism very well and good ideas. So this, even though this is our first year, we're getting up there. So just wait. I have things planned, especially for December. And actually, I have things planned in October because I will be doing a special trip to Las Vegas and I'm going to be an actual video. So maybe I will try the whole eating while reviewing. So wait for the next show coming up. Fingers crossed how it goes. But here you can always follow me and on the videos when I do live, especially on Instagram, go ahead and follow me so you'll always be up to date.
So for the next slide, I think we're ready for that one. So we
Hmm.
can find out about Tex-Mex.
Tex Mex. Ah, Miss Alicia, is your tongue.
Oh Lord, I'll be forgetting.
For those of you who like to follow, considering Ali and I do this video, I do ask her to read some of this, and I'll go ahead and do a little feedback on it.
Yes, so Tex-Mex cuisine, from the words Texan and Mexican, is an American cuisine that derives from the culinary creations of the Tejano
The
people,
Hanu.
Tejano people of Texas. Adapted from Tejano home cooking, Tex-Mex cuisine made its way to a larger audience for the first time in San Antonio in the 1880s, largely thanks to the cheap, delicious food dished out by a group of women known as the Chili Queens in the city's
Mm-hmm.
plazas. A steaming bowl of chili con carne, right?
Con carne. There you go.
Carne.
That,
I'm
yeah.
getting there. So Tex-Mex cuisine is characterized by its heavy use of shredded cheese, beans, meat, particularly chicken, beef, and pork, chili peppers, and spices, in addition to flour tortillas. Now, see, this would have been cool if we did have the ingredients. We'd be
Right, right, right. We'll do that next September. We'll pick a cool spot and just cook some Tex-Mex foods. So,
uh,
piggybacking on the beginning of the Tex cuisine, History Channel has done an amazing, amazing, amazing documentary, books, magazines, articles, you name it, they've done it. The biggest one was in 2015. That's what caught me on. The Chili Queens, per se, were army wives that were stationed both in Mexico and Texas. So they brought born of the idea of the verbiage Tex-Mex, which was already existed, but it became more popular back then.
hmm,
So the Tejano people, which is mixture of excuse me, of the Spaniards and the Europeans back in the day, back when Texas used to be a country on of its own, and it belonged to Mexico. Then Texans became Texans, and then Texans became United States Americans. So, a little history lesson for y'all. There's a reason why there's called Six Flags, Six Flags, because it was born in Texas, and Texas had Six Flags once upon a time.
hmm,
So, anywho, so back in the 1500s, before the European settlers, that's when the actual Tex slash Mexican food, not the actual Tex Mex, but there was a difference between the two. The Mexican side became more of a Spaniard side, not necessarily Mexicans. It became more of a mix once Mexico took its independence back in the day.
hmm,
But anywho, long story short, they were the ones who actually started doing the cuisine. So once these army wars started going back and forth and started establishing some of the ingredients, as you just mentioned, in 1893, some of these cuisines were taken to the World Fair in Chicago. Now, the World Fair is basically a place for you to see new stuff. Back in the 1900s and 1800s, 1900s, if you were rich, you got educated. So these fairs weren't like what we consider a fair today, where you have entertainment and blah, blah, blah. There were educational fairs.
Hmm.
So that's why there were so many odd shops that we have now. Some of our ancestors, some of our grandparents had like old, well, like old money or unique things. Or back then, you pay to see the bearded lady, or you pay to see a two-headed animal, whatnot. So these fairs were constructed, and they stayed there for like months at a time. The rich people obviously went and saw, and then they were destroyed and then built again in different places, and so forth and so forth. So education was only for the rich. And because constant destruction of the education, we may not know other things, but that's for another channel. So back in 1893, on the World Fair in Chicago, the flavor of the Tex-Mex started popping up, because not only were the ingredients fairly available in almost everywhere in the United States, people love cheese.
Yeah.
So it truly makes a Tex-Mex with the cheese, to be honest. So for those of you of us that truly know the difference between Tex-Mex and Mexican cuisine, the Mexican cuisine is different more because of the sauces and the heavy flavor Mexico ingredients have. Not to say it's putting it off from the American side of this food, but Tex-Mex then became its own characteristic of a cuisine. So, what is the characteristic of a cuisine? Meaning, when you know Tex-Mex, you know exactly what you're gonna get: either a fajita, a hard shell taco, soft shell taco with lettuce and tomatoes, a rice and beans. And the rice and beans can be obviously different types of rices, but you know it's rice and beans, right? For us here living in the United States, we know exactly what it means. For everybody else living in European, maybe something new concept. And cheese. So a characteristic cuisine means that whatever you cook upon those dishes, that's what it represents. Like for example, you have your burgers and your fries. That's fast food now, right? Even though a lot of high-end restaurants do their version of it,
Yeah.
burgers and fries, you consider that a regular Americanized. Barbecue. You know exactly what barbecue is by three little letters, or if you know how to spell barbecue, you spell the whole thing out. That's a challenge for those of you. Spell out barbecue in the comments. And then, I mean, so that's the characteristic cuisine. So that's pretty impressive in such a short time. This has taken into place, and that led to more dishes. For example, nachos. Nachos was invented in halfway Texas, halfway Mexico. So, a group of ladies, again, the chili queens, were just waiting for their food, and they're like, "Hey, you have some chips there. You have salsa there. We dip in salsa and chips, and then add some cheese, add some meat. Boom, you got nachos."
Yep.
So that's an actual birth thing between the two countries. Neither country wants to take admit that it was belonged to them because it's nachos. So any questions so far?
They
Feel
should
like
be
I need a
proud.
breath.
Nachos are delicious, though. They should be proud.
They should.
But no, no questions so far.
Okay. So let's do the next slide, and then we'll talk about the other two cuisines that really have popped up in the last, I want to say, decade. So as you guys can see, you have your chili. Chili is Tex-Mex.
Mm.
I say that because as I speak to people, they're like, "No, it's American," or "No, that belongs on hot dogs," or "No, like, no, it started in the Tex-Mex side." Um, and I'm so sad that fajita started in Tex-Mex. I thought that was 100% Mexican, but apparently not.
Mm. That chili looks good.
Hmm.
Because most Americans don't put corn in their chili necessarily.
Necessarily correct. They either have whey ground beef that's watery, that's more for like hot dogs. Um, you have different versions of chili for sure, and I hope one day we get to go to the chili cook-off in Chicago. I don't know when, but I hope because that is a international world event. So you have Japanese with their chilies, you have Europeans with their chilies, and I think last year, if I remember my research, Sweden,
Sweet chili?
Sweden, no, the country,
Oh, Sweden.
Sweden.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay. Didn't know it was way up there. And you got your Russians that that love their Hispanics over there too. So chili's going around.
Yeah.
And then the top right, which is this is a new concept, last 10 years, you add in mashed potatoes.
I was going to say, is that mashed potato?
That is mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes with some of them are putting how you season your mashed potatoes. Some people do that pack of ranch
Mm-hmm.
or salt. Now they're adding, because nowadays everything's so processed, they're adding um, fajita mix to the mashed potatoes sauce seasoning.
Mm.
I personally haven't tried it. I've been avoiding it, but it is what it is. And you see the top right as well, the tortilla shell. I'm afraid that's American.
Said I'm afraid that's American.
Yep.
Okay.
And and then the latest invention down bottom, I always forget. I don't forget it. I choose to forget, but it's basically Vera tacos.
What kind
So
of
it's
tacos?
a Vera.
Yeah.
So it's a you have a tortilla, you put some cheese, you add a second tortilla, you dip it in sauce. That's why it has a different orange color. You
Mm-hmm.
put your meat. Your meat can either be pulled pork or pulled beef, kind of like cheek, and then onions, cilantro, salsa, and tomatoes, and then you dip it into like a ramen noodle
Mm-hmm.
thought, and you just eat it. And
Okay.
then also you have your ramen bowl, which I don't have a picture of. So that's the latest invention. A lot of taco trucks are picking that up because it's been a thing, especially ever since TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you didn't know this was Tex-Mex, did you?
Mm-mm, I sure did.
So
Edgar, when I went to the wedding last week, they had some corn. It was they had cut it off the cob, but
oh no, that
they had stations. So if you wanted the Mexican mayonnaise, you could put it on there. And people they were raving about it, but I was like, I still can't do it. But
for
I did
those
do the cheese and the tahini salt. Tahini.
yeah, tajin is also Tex-Mex, by the way. But Mexico has adapted it. Like, no, it's mine. So, so to the rest of the audience, the corn cob. Everyone here just puts butter and eats it, right? In Mexico, you put it's corn on a cob, grilled, and then we put mayonnaise, mayonnaise, queso fresco, chili powder. What's the green one? Lemon,
Lime.
lime, and put lime and just eat it. And it's delicious. It's so delicious. It has a chemical reaction between the mayonnaise, the cheese, and the lime. Oh, it's lovely. You're picking your teeth all day long, but it's lovely.
Listen, it looked juicy and lovely, and I wanted it so bad, but I had to, I couldn't do it.
Maybe we'll get her on camera, just go like, and then she'll try it. Or maybe I'll cook one kernel, and they're like, here.
Might be better if we'll see. I might do it. I'll do it for the audience. I'll do it for the people.
All right, you guys heard we have a recording.
I might not eat all of it, so don't even.
No, no, all we asking is for a taste. That's all we ask. One little
Okay.
teaspoon. All right. So that's Tex Mex. And if you guys have any questions, again, reach out to us, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. I read everything, even when it's not dedicated to me, I still read it. Ali knows I'm a little dozy person. Um, so put on everything, and if you guys will want one more history or food history, I've been lately, Ali. What have you been thinking? Have you noticed that I'm doing a little bit of history when it comes to food? When been presenting the last four ones, have you noticed?
Yeah,
I put a little history on things.
yeah.
So I think we're gonna keep that going. Let me know my comments and let me see if I should continue it, grow it, or stay where I'm at. All right, so that's the third slide. You want to go?
Yeah, so after this, we're going to take a quick commercial, but y'all stay tuned for more with Two Trey Trejo and the food show review.
It's your girl, Latoya Toya brand. I'm here to introduce my holistic company, Sea of Things, located in Atlanta, Georgia. We sell sea moss gel, seaweed, dry herbs, and all natural fruit juices. We can be reached online at seaofthings.square.site. We also ship nationwide. We can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter under Sea of Things.
All right, so the first video was for Hope of All of Charlotte. That is one of the sponsors for the Making Connections TV show. And so, like I said, they have a gala coming up at the end of the year. So we'll definitely give you more information about that. They're always in the community feeding, giving out hygiene packets, giving away coats and blankets and things in the wintertime. So the founder is Theo, and he is a nurse. So he's always trying to take care of people. So, but we'll be talking more about them, as we go to the end of the year, and I'm excited to partner with them. And then you heard from CF Things, a holistic company. We actually did an interview. You have to go back through the archives and find the date. I don't remember, but hope for all that actually be on the show next Saturday, talking about some of the things they have going on. But Sia Things, we've been trying to share some of her information because she gives, again, like Edgar, a lot of information on the different vitamins and what vitamin B12, 6, and all that stuff does for the body, and talks more about the sea moss and the juices that they make. So if you're not following Hope of All, Hope for All of Charlotte, or Sea of Things, make sure you go follow them. Now,
Question for you, Ali. What's CMOS?
go follow Sea of Things. Or go look at her video. She tells you all that. But sea moss is, it's from the ocean, and but it has lots of benefits for the body. So she makes it into a gel where you can put it on your you can put it in your smoothies, or you can put it on your food, or you can just take a couple teaspoons of sea moss. But it has a lot of benefits for the body.
Okay, okay, okay. All right.
Uh-huh. See.
So we're like, okay, Ali, what's Tex Mex?
They're gonna be saying, "Where's Edgar?" That's what they're gonna be saying.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. All right. So
Cool.
it's not hard to find pretty much every restaurant that you consider Hispanic restaurants that way. Um,
Listen.
I was fighting that young. I'm so sorry for our 14 hours on a plane. But so the Tex-Mex everywhere in the United States is pretty much Mexican restaurants to everybody. Obviously, us who are Mexican or Hispanic or from different countries know that if it's a Mexican restaurant, most likely it's a Tex one as well. So, long story short, Azteca Family Mexican Restaurant is the as close to authentic as you can get here in our neck of the woods. However, they do lovely food. So, the Tex Family Restaurant is a small local business that has been serving the fresh and flavorful Mexican cuisine since 1998. And trust me, I've seen pictures. The owner there and the guy around the area does not sell. So everything around the area is like a time capsule. Everything moves, but he
Wow.
stays put. So the restaurant is owned and operated by Alfredo. That's I believe, yeah. So that's the son of the original owner. So who started, dishwashing, worked his way up through the ranks, etc. So I mean, even though he's part of the ownership family, he worked through everything, and that's how it is. Sometimes when your family owns everything, you gotta do everything, right? You gotta
Mm-hmm.
be wearing everybody's hat. So they have great reviews so far since they've been on Yelp, which is fairly new because of their remodel. 607 reviews and an average of 1 to 3.5. In my opinion, it should be 4 instead of a 3. But again, that's my opinion. Sorry.
I'm just gonna throw this out here. We're gonna be in Gastonia tomorrow.
There's
Oh,
more. Oh yes, as you saw, Ali, they're located in Gastonia, North Carolina.
mhm.
Their website is aztecagastonia.com. Yeah, if you don't speak Spanish, might as well emphasize, right? They do online orders. They do not do delivery. So unless you have a DoorDasher account, the only you're gonna do it. If you go to the next slide, you'll see they try to make everything from scratch. Even their tortillas, they have certain days that's just made by hand. And for us here living in the United States, those who know that you want your tortillas made by hand. It is amazing. So as you see, they are they they are proud of their fish. Um, I personally don't like cooked fish because I like sushi, but everybody's has their own flavor. They make great margaritas. If we're going somewhere, I'm not driving.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
They have a good steak, great fajitas, good. The only thing that I want, the reason I say it's a 4 out of 5 is sometimes the rice is not really cooked or overcooked, and it's hard. I'm not saying for them. It's hard to cook rice over and over and over and over and always have the same consistency, unless it's too smooshy or too hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have salsa bars. If from before, I went before the remodel, so I'm not quite sure what they have today. But the remodel is done. They do very quickly. I'm telling you, like overnight, quickly. It was like, whoa, you're done.
Oh wow.
So we'll see how it goes. But again, the flavor is
And what did you
lovely.
say that is on the bottom right?
Steak.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Bottom right steak. Top left is fish, cooked fish. Yeah, they don't do lamb or anything like that. If they did the lamb, barbacoa, which is sometimes goat,
Mm-hmm.
that's true Mexican barbacoa. Ooh, barbacoa.
Stay focused. Stay focused. Come back.
Mm. So that's them in a nutshell. Any questions before the next restaurant?
No questions.
I mean, I had to slow down. I think I'm going too fast. Um, Next slide.
Tex Mex. Every day should be Taco Tuesday. Now I agree with that statement right there.
So this guy took it to heart what Tex-Mex is.
Mm-hmm.
So they,
Prosecco.
yes, they operated out of food truck for the longest time. They are more on the island side. You see the Puerto Rican flag on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So they're more on that side. However, they do great um, food, and they recently knew. However, I didn't meet them when they did the restaurant. I met them when they did the food truck, and I
Mm.
met them outside of the Charlotte airport.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I came. Well, that's when I found these guys. They haven't been to the business a lot, but whomever's teaching them how to cook and how to clean, A pluses to them.
All right.
And it might be their mom because they do have a picture of their mom cleaning the elotes on the next picture. But you can find them. They have a restaurant now, so you can go to Gastonia. Yes, I was spending a lot of time in Gastonia. But as soon as I saw Tex Mex, I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do the show on. So kudos to them. They gave me the idea.
Yeah.
But yes, so go out, go to their page, go to their food Facebook. You can find them as Tex Mex. The next taco, I think, is what they put on. They're fairly okay when it comes to the pricing. It all depends on what you decide to order. They can still give you your standard hamburger side. Like I said, it really took it to the next level. So for those of you who don't like the Tex-Mex flavors, you can still get your burger and your fries. You ain't gonna go hungry. So that's a very cool place to look at.
Cool.
If you go to the next slide, you start seeing um, some of the pictures I got, and some of the food tacos they cook. So, next slide, please. They do this box where you get the munchies and you can eat everything, right? So you have your nacho side, you have your flautas. Flautas is the wrapped fried taco.
Mm-hmm.
You have your quesadillas, you have your burrito, you have your those new types of tacos, birria tacos there on the left. Then you dip them in that broth, and you have multiple different types of salsa, cheese dip, and salsa. I'm hungry now.
Now is that one of the food trucks around this area?
No, you're gonna have to go to Gastonia. They go from Gastonia to Concord,
Oh, okay.
so you're gonna have to find them. However, they do deliveries for parties, according to my cousin. So if we do like a big enough crowd, or we call them, we just have to negotiate.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Continue.
Next slide.
As you can see right there, the grandma is cleaning the corn on the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Grandmama, they couldn't decide what it is, so I said mom, because he almost looks like the guy driving the truck. You see, she's cleaning the corn. Look how fresh that corn is. Mm, mm, mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you have your picture over here on the right, taken by my cousin. When she tried to, hey, look what I'm eating. So this was brought to my attention because they know I like good standard taco truck tacos.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how a taco should be: no cheese, no mayonnaise, no cream, no tomatoes, no hard shell.
Well, listen, we like the cheese and the tomatoes. No, she's doing a good job of cleaning that corn too.
And she did it once. Like, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
She knows what she's
All
doing.
right.
Okay, and that's it for that restaurant. Unless you guys have any questions.
Mm-mm. Everything just looks good. Now you say your cousin made that on the bottom right, or she got it from there?
No, she did the review over there.
Oh,
Mm.
okay, cool.
My cousin travels a lot to the Charlotte area for work. Well, all
Mm.
my cousins travel for their work apparently. Now that they're out of college, so they and we always talk about food. That's the only thing we talk about in my family. What you eat here? What you eat there? What you eat here? So
Not how y'all doing. Hey, how you don't know? Hey, have you been to Tex-Mex?
yes, that's exactly what we do. Next slide, please, por favor. Now, Ali, I want you to take a mental picture here. Take a mental picture.
Okay.
They have three places, but I am going to take you for lunch at one of these places because it's over there by where I used to grow up. So, for those of you listening, if you grew up in Valdez, there's one over there. If you grew up in Hildebrand, there's over there right next to the Hildebrand Elementary School. The one I haven't been is the Springs Road in Hickory, which is kind of sad. Um, but they are great with shots. You can imagine why I know about this place, right? And
I mean, just thinking. I don't. I can't say definitively. ah, Los Compadres. Did I say that right?
very good, very good. They survived COVID. They actually opened during COVID and
Wow.
survived COVID.
Oh,
So
wow. That's good. They
for
must be
real.
good. Good.
You know what?
I said they must be good. Good.
Yes, they will cook. Well, if you know them, they will even cook off the menu. Look, I order a ham and pineapple pizza.
I saw that comment and I was like, you did? From Los
Hmm.
Compadres. But like you say, I
So
mean, some people go for the camaraderie, but not the food. So it's good that they will accommodate.
as long as they have the ingredients and they like you, they'll accommodate. We all know about that. Sometimes they don't like it. Sometimes they don't accommodate. They're definitely gonna accommodate if you don't like it. They won't even give you the utensils you asked for. Remember?
That's a show for another time. That man brought out a different side of Allie, and we have not been back since.
Correct. So Los Compadres means friends, but normally compadres in Spanish is like my drinking buddy. So you can guess why I know about it.
Hmm.
But if we do the next slide, it shows how good they cook their food.
Mhm.
And you can always go onto their Facebook or Instagram, Los Compadres Mexican Food in North Carolina. And those three will pop up.
Sweet.
Yep. So you got your standard fajitas, you got your standard rice and chicken, arroz con pollo, arroz con pollo, arroz con pollo. RCP?
Oh, ACP,
No, RCP.
RCP.
Yeah, ACP is. Oh yeah, it is ACP. You spell rice with an A. Whoops.
Woo! I got one
Daddy.
right.
and you and then you have your tacos, your burritos, your smothering cheese. Then you have your corn again if you decide to do the mayonnaise and the corn. Or no mayonnaise and just put cream. You can put cream. It don't take the time, but it's okay. Um, and then you have the bottom right on the middle picture, right there in the middle. There's um, asada. There's basically a skirt
Steak.
steak with cactus, beans and rice, and your veggies,
Ooh,
which our veggies are normally lettuce, slices of tomatoes, and slices of avocado, again, with queso fresco on top. And then you have your standard food truck taco with your grill onions. And then you have your shrimp ensalada. They don't always do shrimp because they tend to, a lot of customers don't order a lot of fish, so they don't tend to have it a lot. I ask for it. But when
mm,
they do have it, they'll serve it that way. Slices of lime, oranges, and avocados with cucumbers around it.
sweet. I like an avocado.
Avocado.
Now, you said, what was that one word? Churros?
Churros is the fried up dough.
Oh, okay.
So that is Mexican, not Tex Mex.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they didn't have it here.
Gotcha.
Um, haha. So, for those of you who do not know, churro is a fried up dough that normally is in a long stick. It has some type of filling inside, and it has brown sugar, cane sugar around it.
Mm,
It's lovely. In Mexico City, in the heart of Mexico City, where the big old flag is, everybody knows what the big flag. Even if you don't know how to get there, you know about it because you've seen it in movies and TV shows. And so the
mm-hmm.
big old Mexican flag in the middle of Mexico City. There's a restaurant there that all they sell is churros and hot chocolate.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So the hot chocolate is the cocoa bean because the cocoa bean comes from Mexico. So there was no chocolate until Mexico got invented. So for those of you who was sweetened, you know what I'm talking about. You guys had milk chocolate, not chocolate. Anywho, can't diss you. You still make good chocolate either way. But
Yeah.
it wasn't called chocolate until Mexico came with the cocoa bean. Now everything's called chocolate. Anywho, more history, right? So that chocolate, which apparently my mom says I had it when I was really young, and I just could not get enough of it. I don't remember the flavor, but
Mm,
according to my mom, also that it has never been anything close by it here in America or in
okay.
Mexico. It's like you literally have to go to that little shop. It's no longer
Mm,
little. It's a full-on restaurant, but it only serves like three things. So
sweet. Did you eat before the show? I told you to eat before the show.
now, I don't know if you have any more to do, Ali, because I already got two more left.
Okay.
So,
Okay, we'll go ahead and take another quick break. And so the song you're going to be hearing is from the Groovaladas. Y'all know we love the Groovaladas. Waleem is one of the members of the Groovaladas, and he created our theme music. It's time to make a connection. And so he did that for us, and he did some other theme music for some stuff we have coming up. But this is the Groovaladas, and it's called Boom Boocha.
Boom, boom, cha, boom, cha, 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 boom, boom, cha, boom, cha. Draw me back like the tents of Kedar. I first saw you from afar. Your cocoa skin and piercing eyes. Being cold towards you is no surprise. I'm in a rush, tell me where or when I can get to see you again. I'm not always this upfront, but I know exactly what I want. Hey, are the ones you can ask about me. I am exactly what I claim to be. You are who I have on my mind. I like the sound of that. I'm not a pimp, I'm a lover, see, which means you ain't gotta sell it, just give it to me. I said boom, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, boom, cha, boom, cha. Come a little close, baby, I don't bite, unless you ask, then it's only polite. I said boom, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, boom, cha, boom, cha. Find myself in a situation where wisdom dwells in contemplation. Not putting you on a shelf, just not gonna play myself. Better we take our time rather than waste yours and mine. Meanwhile, here's a little something for you, a vibe we call the boom boo cha. All the ones you can ask about me, I am exactly what I claim to be. You are who I have on my mind. I like the sound of that. I'm not a pimp, I'm a lover, see, which means you ain't gotta sell it, just give it to me. I said boom, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, boom, cha, boom, cha. Come a little close, baby, I don't bite, unless you ask, then it's only polite. I said boom, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, boom, cha, boom, cha. I got plenty to drink, so I'm not thirsty. Where is your mind's what I want to see. Tell me your dreams, your plans, your goals. Tell me the things you feel in your soul. I take my time to see what's what, because a wrong move can deeply cut. I'm not the fool, I'm serious. Come closer if you're curious. All the ones you can ask about me, I am exactly what I claim to be. You are who I have on my mind. I like the sound of that. I'm not a pimp, I'm a lover, see, which means you ain't gotta sell it, just give it to me. I said boom, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, boom, cha, boom, cha. Come a little close, baby, I don't bite, unless you ask, then it's only polite. I said boom, boom, cha, boom, cha, 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 boom, boom, cha, boom, cha.
Hello, everybody. Again, that is the Groovaladas Boom Bucha. You can find them on all streaming media platforms. They are not a Grammy nominated band, so they've been around for a while, and so you can find them on all streaming platforms. But check out their website, the Groovaladas, and then like I said, Marlene is part of the band, and so they have a studio called Polyphonic Studio. So that's polyphonicstudio.com. They help young artists, if you want to tighten up your sound before you get your demos out, listen, reach out to the Groupalatas. They're really cool dudes, and they're always willing to help. That's who our community is. We love helping people. We love giving out information. We love to share and to help somebody else along their journey. Ain't that right, Edgar Trejo?
Yes, Miss Aly. That's why we built this. That's why you built this, and that's why I tagged along.
We're making connections. Okay. Back to you.
So the last restaurant I have to say is Chubby's Tex-Mex. I am not gonna say the addresses because this so far, this has been the true Tex-Mex food restaurant chain. They have one in almost every state.
Oh, really?
Yes. So way back in 1982, Austin, Texas became the home of the place that does real Tex-Mex better than anyone. We're not the... Yes, we're talking about us, them. Let's take a trip down to Mary Lane, see blah, 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 blah. So they are in almost every state. Their names, logos change from Chubby's, a real Mexican restaurant, Chubby's Tex-Mex, Chubby's the Mexican restaurant of the town, Chubby's Mexican Tex-Mex, some other logos. As long as it has Chubby's, it's the same chain.
Okay.
You can find them at www.chise.com. Chise, Chase, how do you say that? How do you say that? Chuys.
I would just say choice, but that's that's my pronunciation. That's the Added version.
That's the other version. So you can, like I said, there's like it's like a high end fine, it's like middle and high end fine dining for Tex-Mex. Um, if you go to the next slide, you'll see what they offer.
Do you know where the one in North Carolina is located?
Oh yeah, I know. They have burrito dip in multiple salsas. They have your traditional fajitas, burritos, nachos, uh, tacos, taco salads, four different types of burritos in one, five different types of burritos in one, your regular cheesy goodness, anything, and then your soups. So like your tortilla soup and stuff like that.
Awesome. It looks delicioso.
There's one
Oh,
in Charlotte.
okay.
That's why I say.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty close.
yeah, can't. We might find a happy place.
Listen, we're gonna have to get another job. Put all this gas in the car and eat.
True that, true that. But that's me in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome. Well, listen, if y'all have any questions about anything you've seen, if there are some restaurants that you want us to review, um, listen, we're here for it. Put it in the comment section, reach out to us, inboxes, what have you. Let us know. Make sure you can email Edgar there at edgar.trejoangel@gmail.com. Or you can, we'll show his QR code again, probably, I'm sure. You can scan that QR code and follow him on Instagram. Are you on TikTok?
Not yet. That's why I'm thinking about doing the food reels and the food eating during TikTok and put like funny things around it. So need to test it
Yeah.
out because you know how I am with cameras.
Y'all really in for something if he gets on TikTok. I'm just woo. But there he is. Two Trejo food. Food, what was that?
Oops.
I was like, is that Tex Mex lingo?
I
I'm just
told
laughing
you
because you said earlier, yeah, you did say earlier, I can whatever you said, but
I can read and not for sure, but that doesn't mean I know how to spell.
it just caught me off guard. I was like, put up to the two. A review or keep going, Allie. His reviews just say review. Oh, well, thank you, Edgar. As usual, this has been very informative, and like you said, you always give a little history lesson. So I like that. Just helping people, like I said, to think out of the box. And some people are like, I don't want nothing but cheeseburger, or I don't want nothing but pizza. But there's a lot of good stuff out there that you can try. And then, even like we talk about with Sea of Things, you just got to find the right balance for yourself. Make sure you're incorporating some good, healthy things into your life as well. And so I think that's what I like about a lot of your ingredients and stuff is like fresh stuff, cilantro and the lime juice and, the corn is fresh and all that stuff. So that's what I usually like about the different dishes, cuisine that you present. So we are making connections. We're here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. And we also do a review on or replay on Thursdays at 7 p.m. So check us out. If you're not following us, follow us on Facebook. Turn on your notifications. We're on Instagram. Not very active, but we do try to put some stuff out there sometime. And
Don't
if
worry.
and if maybe you happen to be seeing this, but you're not really a Facebook user, you can always check us out on our YouTube channel. So subscribe. Come on, y'all. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers on Facebook by the end of the year. So I don't think we can make it happen. So invite a couple of your friends to come join you to like the page. We have really good content. I don't typically pat myself on the back, and it's not me, it's the different guests that we bring on. We're very intentional that they will help somebody in our audience. Like I said, if it's thinking out of the box, if you want to get healthier, if you want to talk about hair products, if you want to talk about, we had a very good conversation about trauma and
Mm,
fear, in the and what it does to the body. So there's a lot of good stuff that we share about. So definitely tap into making connections with Aly. We're growing every year. We have the food show review every fourth Saturday is when Edgar Trejo is with us. Angel. I
Angel.
said I always do that. Angel. that
Yeah, I'm
part is
the angel, right? Not the other angel.
that part is questionable. No, I'm just playing. And then, JT is with us every fourth Monday. So try to make that easy for you to remember when the special guests are on fourth Saturday, fourth Monday. Anything else you want to share, Edgar, before we go?
Nope, that's it for me. And expect good things coming the upcoming year, which is in 3 months.
Around the corner. But yes, yes, and I just want to remind you all that it is a Insurance Awareness Month. I didn't get to get my video uploaded in time, but it's Insurance Awareness Month. Again, we want everybody to take care of their families. We want to make sure you're covered, you're protected. You have everything in place because it's just so much happening out here these days. So make sure you're checking all things. If you want help with your budgets and things like that, we're here for a lot of different reasons. So definitely reach out to us. We're gonna do a financial workshop soon. So got a lot of stuff in store that will help our community. So and if there's anything you want us, again, not just a review maybe on the show, but maybe a workshop or something you want us to come on and discuss, let us know. We're here for you. Right, Edgar?
Right, right, right. And anything you guys need help with, technology or food related, hit me up.
That's your tech person. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
not for sure. I can spell.
yeah. But listen, the thought behind the spelling is excellent. So me, JT, and Edgar are gonna be hanging out tomorrow, talking about some stuff, doing some things. So we'll let y'all know what happens from that. So Edgar, unless you have anything else,
Love and positivity.
oh listen. So thank you guys. Make sure you tune in, subscribe, share these videos, tag your friends, invite them to the pages. And like Edgar said, until next time, as always, we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Have a good day, everybody.